it's been a week since I did the updates for the Three Ordinary Voices of God. So um I decided I want to be consistent with it. So I decided to come today and do a live. How have you guys been? So before I start today's live, I have a testimony time. So this semester, one of my classes, I was working on something and I felt like I wasn't getting anywhere, I've tried all I can, but I wasn't getting what the results I wanted, and it was really bothering me. So I don't know. I decided I wasn't going to stress about it. I won't even try. Why try? you know? But Monday morning, I woke up and I was so happy. I'm like, you know what? I'm going to listen to some gospel music and do a few chores around the house. And I did that. And my whole day was beautiful. It was awesome. Like, I was happy the whole day. So Tuesday comes around, I have this Zoom meetings for school and some other things, and I also scheduled an appointment with my advisor because I wanted to talk about the class that I was having the setback on. And I got good news that day. Like that project that I felt, something was going on with it. It's not helping. I wasn't enjoying how the progress was going. That project, thankfully, it worked out. So today I'm going to share my gratitude to the Almighty because I feel like when I kind of decided to let go of it and just focus on God, it worked out. And this is not the first time something like that has happened to me. So in 2019, um, I was going through something, and I had told myself I'm not going to ask for anything from God. I'm just going to be grateful. So every day I'd write in my journal a prayer of gratitude. I'll pray for people. I'm like, okay, if you have a prayer request and you want me to pray for you, tell me and I'll do that. So I was just focusing on others and just being grateful for whatever I had or whatever situation I found. I was going through a lot that time. I'm like, nope, I'm not going to complain. I'm just going to be grateful. And I'm just going to be praising God all the time. And oh my goodness, I got a lot of wonderful things happening to me during that moment. Like every time I felt like I was about to sink or this is going to break me. Nope. God always found a way to take me out of that situation. So I'm really grateful. So this is the testimony I want to share. Instead of asking for things from God, just don't stress about it and just give gratitude for the things that you already have, and you're going to see a lot of wonderful miracles. I'm telling you, I've experienced it, and I'm telling you, you will experience it too. There are 13 people on the live. Please, thanks for joining. Can you like the live? If you join, like and share, and I appreciate you guys joining me. Okay, so we're going to continue with our book reading, The Ordinary Voices of God, and today we'll be reading chapter 13 and 14. So in chapter 13, we stopped at, we kind of entered chapter 13 from the other one, but then it still works out. So we'll just continue. All right, I'm trying to, let me reduce the volume on this thing. Yeah, better Yehovah say, yeah, beboni dinda, yeah, better Yehovah say, yeah, beboni dinda. O my mono sewa my dankwa. Untunjuma Yehovah, 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 o my mono sewa mayedankwa. Mutunjuma Yehovah, Yehovah, Yehovah. Mumayemono sewa mayedankwa. Mutunjuma Yehovah, Yehovah, Yehovah. Mumayemono sewa mayedankwa. Mutunjuma Yehovah. Yehovah, Yehovah. So I fixed what I was trying to fix. All right, chapter 13. God created you with needs. If you don't eat, you will die. And so, in a loving and outstanding practical way, when you hear the call of legitimate need, you hear the gentle voice of God guiding you. God has endowed you with certain talents. They are different in aggregate than those he has endowed your sister, best friend, or parents with. He has given you these talents to equip you to carry out the mission he envisioned for you before the beginning of time. He speaks to you through these talents at each stage of your life. God has placed the roaring flame of desire within you. It can be harnessed to accomplish and experience many things, but as we will discover, the more we listen to the voice of desire, the more we come to understand that we have one desire that reigns above all others. These three voices will teach us many things, but first and foremost, they will demonstrate that God speaks to you. And the more we understand how God speaks to us through our needs, talents, and desires, the more we will understand that He has been speaking to us our whole lives. The benefits of listening to God's voice. The benefits of listening to the voice of God are vast and varied. Direction and wise counsel, peace and comfort, spiritual growth, empowerment to serve, union with God, and a growing awareness of God's presence through the day, to name a few. But there are two we will focus on today. They are immensely practical. I have found them exceedingly helpful during times of chaos and confusion. And in many cases, they will help you to know and understand yourself as if for the first time. When I listen to the voice of God and strive to carry out His will, I become focused, energized, and invigorated. When I turn my back on God or run from His will and ways, I become distracted, depleted, and lethargic. So, this is what I was talking about. Like, when I do my praises, when I kind of dedicate my day to God, everything goes smooth, everything works out. See, I don't stress about anything. But the moment I don't do that, something will go wrong during the day. So this is exemplified in my life. So I really appreciate that it's in the book, because I have experienced this. I have experienced it, and I think you should too. You will enjoy it. Things will go well for you. Things will just work out for you. Just don't stress about it. Leave it to God and just go about your day, and you will see a lot of wonders. All right, let me continue. All the energy and enthusiasm drained from my life. I have been observing this pattern in myself for more than 30 years and encourage you to begin to observe these qualities in yourself. When I am not focused, energized and invigorated, there is a good chance I am not listening to God's voice, which means I am taking direction from someone other than God, and that is usually dangerous. It sometimes means the voice I am listening to is my own, and that my selfishness has run amok. But most of the time, if I am listening to the voice of God, I have simply fallen into the trap of allowing many voices to ping pong me up, back and forth into a state of confusion. The problem is listening to all those voices and trying to work out which one to follow is exhausting. And when we are exhausted, we make poor decisions. The benefits of listening to God's voice in your life versus listening to a bunch of people who know almost nothing about nothing should be obvious. But when we get caught up in the speed and noise of the world, we get disoriented and start to think that those people are experts. They aren't. They aren't. One more time. They aren't. God is the expert on you and your life. Amen. Ha! We're almost at the end of this page. But this word is giving. It's giving everything it should give. I've experienced this in my life. So it's like this is a retelling of my own story, and I love it. Because sometimes you need to remember where you've come from or the things that you've been through and where you've gotten to. These things help keep you humble. All right. Personal clarity or clarity, however you say it. Personal clarity is an amazing thing. It is also incredibly attractive. When you meet someone who has a piercing sense of personal clarity, it can be mesmerizing. So let's explore one of the most outstanding and practical benefits of listening to God's voice: personal clarity. What is personal clarity? Personal clarity is a spiritual state of awareness that allows you to see clearly who you are, what you are here for, what matters most, and what doesn't matter at all. Thank you guys for sticking with me for another book review. I'll continue to do the review because I do not want to be inconsistent. I want to be very consistent, and that's what I'll be doing. So thank you guys, and I'll see you in the next video. I have assignments to catch up on, so I'll be working on my assignments. But I appreciate you guys, and bye.